Welcome to Untitled TV with the brand new Asus Memo pad. You cannot see it in the picture, but if I flip it around you can see here this is the Memo pad HD7 which was just announced a month ago in Taiwan. Finally an HD screen IPS here in this beautiful cheap little device for 129 bucks. You can get the 8 gig version and 149 days 16 gig, and this is actually the 16 gig. You can read it down here. It's also called the ME173X, the Memo Pad's HD7. Yeah, this is the white version. We have GPS inside, 1 gig of RAM, the MTK, so MediaTek 8125 processor, Wi-Fi, BGN, Bluetooth 4.0, 5 megapixel, 1.3 megapixel camera, 4000 milliamps, and Android. The Jelly Bean was made in China right now, and there is actually 3 more colors available. And actually, I want the green one. I quite liked the green one in Taiwan when I had it in my hand, but it's not even sure it's coming out here. So let's take a closer look at the device after unboxing. And as you can see here in the background, I have the phone pad on the right and the Galaxy Tab 3 7.0 on the left for an unboxing. And in the background actually there is the X Games happening, but you cannot see too much of that. That's not too bad, since we want to of course focus on the device. So let's just open it up like this, take it out of the box like that, and then we have right away the tablet here, where it again says we have a 10-point multi-touch, 10 hours of battery life, and the full HD, actually not full HD, the HD screen of 1280 x 800 pixels. Micro SD of course also supported, 64 gig, I'm not sure yet, we will try it out. Then we have 2 things here in the box. Once here the warranty card, and once the user manual, of course both in German since we are in Germany, like how to use the USB, what's the SAR, and so on and so on. It's all in here. Then we have a micro USB cable, not too shabby. Then we have the USB charger, which gives out 5 volts at 5.2 volts at 1.35 milliamps. So, or not milliamps, so that's quite okay. And then there is a surprise inside, and that's this. Let me put the box to the side since it was the last part. This is a little stand, which you cannot use only with the regular Asus tablet that you just bought, but with also a 7-inch or 10-inch other tablet, as you can see here, in the standing mode or docking mode actually. It's alright. And then you can see here, then we have also here the Asus tablet, the phone pad, which is also again working quite greatly here with this dock. And actually I would say any devices you can use with this one, since it's quite thick, and even an iPad would fit inside here. So this is quite nice, and it seems sturdy, but it's really a cheap and light plastic. You could break it even maybe by doing this too often, but on the go this is actually not that bad, I think, of an idea. And you could even put maybe a cable down here, so you have some spare space. But let's continue with the tablet. We just have to take it out of this little plastic thingy, so let me just unwrap this. And let's slide the tablet out. There you go, we have here this beautiful, nice 7-inch HD tablet with a camera on the front, 1.2 in the middle, and on the back again 5 megapixel with no flash. This is a glossy white, glossy green, and pink are also available, and a matte blue finish. The matte blue is also quite nice, but I also like this white. You have the on and off switch and volume control on the right side again, not like on the phone pad on the other side. You can see here, I don't know why they did that. This is so like on the Nexus 7. The design is actually similar to the Nexus 7. Then we have a micro SD card reader, the speakers here, some blah blah. And of course on the bottom there is nothing, and neither is on the, well, almost neither on the top. There's the micro USB microphone and 3.5mm headphone jack. So if you flip the device around and turn the screen on, we are outside, and you will see that you can actually see everything on the screen. Looks quite nice, it's fast in response. We can slide around through the apps. There's quite a few apps pre-installed, and then you get to the widgets. There's even more widgets pre-installed than apps. If we take one of those apps like the camera, you can see here that I'm holding my head since I'm quite tired, but otherwise this camera is just beautiful. Even it's just 1.2 megapixel, it's really fast and nice responsively. And the back is even crazier. It's like it would shoot at 50 frames per second. It's really just amazingly great, and even looking at the display from the side, you won't see any changes in the viewing angle, so you can see really that this is a beautiful device. On the top it's not that great, but just because actually the table is white, so it's reflecting a lot of white on the screen. So what else I want to show you is of course the keyboard. The keyboard is as always the Asus keyboard here on the Android Jelly Bean 4.2.1. Which you can see I can type on in quite quickly. I'm not sure I'm typing Taiwan, but if I want to just type some regular word, I can really just also do that. And I just have to hit everything right, so Taiwan. Bam! So this is really quite interesting and great on this tablet, and otherwise we will have a complete review coming up soon. Till then, let me just check it out with the Asus phone pad, which is the same size as you can see, but we have a microphone right here on the top for taking the phone calls. Otherwise, in terms of length, exactly the same. In terms of width, again, I think it should be about exactly the same, but actually the phone pad is a half a millimeter longer, maybe. You don't realize that they're next to each other, and that's almost never, I would say. But otherwise, of course, Asus has here on the top the SIM card reader and micro SD, and this only has a micro SD, but that's why it's half the price. Compared to the Samsung Galaxy Tab 3 7.0, which does not have 3G but still has the same price as the 3G phone pad version device, we can see that the size again here quite different. The phone pad is actually shorter and not as wide, but still has a 7-inch screen, but not the same resolution, just 1024 x 768, not HD, which is of course kind of sad. And since the Samsung already turned it on, let me just turn on here this Asus also really quickly, where you can see that both have a beautiful home screen, and both you can read in direct sunshine like you have it right now quite nicely, even though the camera is not catching it perfectly. So till next time, please tune in again. My name is Balazs. Thank you much for watching.